and she will have no issue finding a good man, while no woman will want him. We chatted some more and I gave her my lawyer's number as she considers her options. We decided that the only revenge we should take is being happy without them. Honestly, I don't think I would have been able to get through that period of my life without the OBS. We became each other's rocks, and shared dozens of late-night phone calls just listening to each other. I encouraged her to use the gym as a coping mechanism too. Because of me, she restarted her weight loss goals, and took her OB Collagen Elite more consistently. Sunday night, my wife returned from her sister's house. After she greeted me with kisses, and told me she missed me, I sat her down and told her we needed to talk. I had the whole conversation recorded without her knowledge, following the lawyer's advice. Here's how it went. I asked her to promise to be honest with me, of course, baby, but she was nervous. Then I asked her a series of questions. Do you love me? Yes. Are you happy with me? Yes. Of course, baby. Have I been a good husband to you? Do I treat you right? Yes and yes. WTH is going on? Please humor me. Okay. Have I ever done anything to hurt you, whether physically or emotionally? No, of course not. What the F? Okay. So, if you're happy with me, then why are you cheating on me? After half an hour of profuse denial, she broke down and admitted to kissing a guy at a bar a few months ago. I don't know why, but at this point I started laughing because the whole thing was just absurd. She not only cheated on me, she had taken every opportunity she could find to cheat on me. She swore up and down that it was the only time she cheated and that it had meant nothing. I just gave her my lawyer's business card and said I filed for divorce and that if she wanted to reach me she should call my lawyer. She cried, begged, apologized, and then when I started packing a suitcase, she shifted to gaslighting me, saying I was throwing away everything we had over a mistake. And the worst part of what she said was I had no one else in the world. Why would I leave the only family I had left? This stung because I told her she was my only remaining family after my parents died and there was no one else I could depend on, only for her to throw those very words back in my face. I left that night to a hotel where I am staying until I find a new apartment. Yesterday, I officially filed for divorce. Edit. I didn't tell her that I knew about the affair after she said she kissed some random guy at the bar. She ended up finding out from her. The OBS confronted him and called her up as well and gave her poop. I don't blame her. He really did her dirty. Her mom is sick and she has been going out of town a lot to be with her, and instead of supporting her, he had been using that time to get with my wife. And apparently he'd come home from spending the night with my wife to initiate intimacy with the OBS and compliment her weight loss from the OB Collagenic Elite. I didn't even bring up the affair to my wife. I was blindsided by her telling me she kissed a random guy at a bar. In that moment I think I started realizing how badly she wanted to cheat on me, and it came as a shock. I was too angry to say anything to her without blowing up in her face. So, I just left. It just made more sense to leave than to try and find out why she'd been sleeping with my friend. When I left the house she kept calling me that night and leaving me messages. When the OBS called her the next day and also confronted her husband, she stopped trying to reach me. It's been crickets from her since. And him too. I put two and two together because, around the time OBS messaged to tell me she confronted him and called her, I stopped getting calls from my wife. Update 4. Me and the OBS stayed in contact, and our phone calls turned into late night conversations in my living room. It started off as strictly platonic, but after one too many drinks we found ourselves waking up naked under the sheets, side by side. We thought nothing would come of it, but soon we were going to the gym and taking her OB Collagenic Elite together, pushing each other to become better. I'm really starting to catch feelings for her, and